You're gonna do some chair yoga with us? Hello. Hi everybody. We will be getting started in just a few minutes with our chair yoga class today from 2 to 3. Come and stay for as little or as long as you would like. This could be a nice little break in the day to get you moving, or maybe you have time for a full practice now. We'll give people a few more minutes to join. I'm going to get some music going here. Let's see. Hi Jeff, good afternoon. It's good to see you. See you, quote unquote. It's good to know that you're here. Okay, we're getting some music going. And for those of you who don't know, we are having chair yoga today. Right behind me here. So what you will need for today's class is a chair, as you can see. Oftentimes my legs are too short to fully be able to reach the ground here, so this is where something like a pillow or a blanket is nice. It can rest right under your feet and just help bring the ground a little bit closer up to us. You'll also notice that I have a little pillow right here on my chair. That just helps to support me, to support my back. So if you like any blankets or pillows to support you in that sense, go ahead and get that. And then you also might find it helpful today to utilize some books. So the books will be in place of blocks. In the same thing, these books are going to help to bring the ground a little bit closer to us and support us in any ways that we may need. So if you want to take a second now and grab whatever it is that you might need to be comfortable, and anything else that I might not have included, maybe a blanket, maybe you want to put your favorite essential oil on, or anything like that to make yourself and make the space comfortable. So we have some books, a pillow, and that's about it for today. That's all you need, and yourself. Everybody can take a second and grab that. And you need a chair, without being said, that's for chair yoga. All right. So if you have everything you need, I'll invite you to join me up in the chair. If you're still getting stuff, don't worry. You can meet me there at any time. There's no rush. So we are making our way into our chairs. I'm going to move a little closer to y'all. We're making our way into our chairs and beginning to utilize the props that we have around us. So, like I said, I like this pillow right underneath my feet so that my feet are, they feel a little bit more connected to the ground. So see if you need to mess around and move that around at all. And I like this other pillow behind my back, blankets, blocks, whatever you need right now. Find a way to seat yourself comfortably. Find a way that you feel safe. And we will begin just by noticing the room around us. So beginning to scan the room and just observe and become aware of all that's here with us in our space right now. And if you'd like to, by all means, keep the eyes open, but if you'd like to, you can close down through the eyes if that's something that's comfortable for you. And we'll take a moment to feel into the physical space that we just noticed, but the space that we are in today, the space that we are in our bodies, all around us right now. Noticing your body's subtle vibrations or any sensations here that you're awakening to. Beginning to become aware of any sounds. Sound of my voice, the sound of the music that's playing, any other sounds that you might hear in your own space. Shifting that awareness from our ears to our nose. Noticing any smells in the room. Just noticing the sensation of the inhale and the exhale out through the nostrils. Shifting to bring our awareness to any taste residing in the mouth. Maybe we're tasting a little bit of lunch we just had. Any sense of taste in the mouth. once more, I invite you to become aware of the breath, where you feel it in the body. Perhaps you remember that feeling in and out through the nostril. Maybe you're feeling the breath somewhere else today, in the chest, in the belly, anywhere else in the body. There is no right or wrong answer. And together we will begin to expand upon our natural breath. If we can, breathing in and out through the nose, inviting ourselves to explore a bigger, longer, a deeper and a fuller breath in and out. Taking these next few moments to truly solidify, to tune into our breath, and to make sure that it is the foundation of the rest of our practice. Without taking this chunk of time right now to practice, to start, to instill this deep breathing within us, we can't get much further in our practice. The breath is at the core. It's our anchor. It's our foundation of any yoga practice. And just simply breathing in itself is a practice of its own. So if you do feel grounded in your breath right now, we can begin to invite movement into the body. If you're not there yet, take as long as you need. Your body is your guide. So join us whenever you feel ready. We'll begin to, you can keep the eyes closed or open for this, whatever you like. Begin to just nod the head up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, opening up the throat in very small movements to start. And then we'll bring the chin down to the chest, letting the head and neck be heavy. Inhale, we draw the head up, opening up through the neck, through the throat. And on the exhale, the chin comes back to the chest. A few more cycles like this. Moving at your own rhythm and pace. And again, letting the breath guide you here. Nobody to compare yourself to. Not even yourself. What we were able to do yesterday and what we are able to do tomorrow may be totally different than where we are today, right now. And throughout this practice together, you may notice that you are in a totally different place than me. Just know that that's quite alright, that's normal and natural. So I'll give you so many suggestions and options here, but truly follow your heart. Follow whatever feels best for you. And so when we finish those head movements up and down, we'll begin to bring one ear over our shoulder, doesn't matter which. Take a few breaths here. And then I'll invite you to drop the chin down towards the chest once more. Letting the head and neck be so heavy. We hold our head and neck up all day long. Such tremendous strength. Can we let that go now? Then your next inhale, I'll invite you to draw your opposite ear over the opposite shoulder. And breathe here, breathe into the spaces and places that we are stretching, that we are noticing, that we are feeling maybe a little bit strained. And exhale the chin back to the chest. And we'll move through this now. Inhale over to one side. Exhale back to center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, chin down to the chest. And again, taking this movement at your own rhythm, your own pace. Making sure that your breath is still with you. The breath is guiding us, actually. And so if you ever need to take a moment to pause and come back and reestablish that breath, like in this moment right now, I need to do that. Go ahead and give yourself permission to stop or come out of whatever you're doing and recenter. And we'll finish up with that and gather once more in our seated position. Again, the eyes can remain closed. You can open them if you'd like. And we're going to start by giving ourselves a nice little lymph node massage. So we'll start by finding this point right behind the ears, right underneath the bottom of our earlobes. Find that point right there. Move those fingers around and see if you can find, there's really no right or wrong here. See if you can find like any place of tension behind the ears. And then once you find that point, we'll press very lightly into it and we'll begin to make some really small and gentle circles on the skin. And it doesn't matter which direction your circles are going. Then we'll move from, I'll come sideways a little bit if this helps. We're going to move from that back of the ear down to the back of the jaw. Feel the jawline here on the side of the face. And once you find that, and again, oh my gosh, when I'm touching that, I feel that there's so much tension there. So really wherever, there is no right or wrong again. You'll just begin to make some circles here. The jaw, for its size in our body, is one of the most strongest muscles that we have. And we so often hold. I'll speak for myself. I so often hold so much tension here, and I am so completely unaware of it. This is helping to release some of that tension in the back of the jaw. And then from the back of the jaw line there, we can take our hands just actually onto the jaw. Take our fingers and again continue with those circles. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe right now. Breathe through this discomfort. Whatever may be coming up for you. And moving on from the jaw, we'll just kind of open and close it for a second here. Wiggle it around. Ooh. We'll bring our fingertips up to our temples now, and same thing, really lightly. Circling the temples, not too hard. And whatever speed, however fast or slow, feels good for you. To the back of the head, we'll see if we can find where the back of the head and the neck meet. So you feel that little indentation going down the back of the skull into the neck. And once you find that, we're doing the same thing, little circles. Exhales out through the mouth, letting a big sigh out whenever you feel like it's necessary. And moving down to our neck, just giving ourselves a really gentle massage in our neck and our shoulders. Check out the wrists, the head, the neck. Nice big exhale. Woo. Out through the mouth. Anything you need to. Feel comfortable. Yeah, just noticing those sensations in your body. And we will inhale to draw the arms out to the side, nice and wide. And then on an exhale, one arm crosses on top of the other, and we give ourselves a nice big hug. Maybe rocking from side to side. You can stay here, giving yourself a nice big hug, or perhaps you want to move the arms into eagle. Anywhere in between. This feels right and nice for me today, so this is where I'm going to stay. And together we'll take a big breath into the heart. And out. And then we'll release the arms, remembering which one was on top. So for me, this is my right arm here. I'm going to bring that arm up, reach it up towards the sky, bend it, and then bring the back of the hand to either the back of my head, to my neck, maybe somewhere on my upper back. And we'll use the head, so notice if the chin is dropping down towards the chest. We'll use the head to stretch out this right arm here, and just by bringing the head into alignment with the rest of the spine. So bringing the head up, you might notice that deepens the stretch here in this right arm, wherever you're feeling it. And then you can absolutely stay here like this. There's another option to involve your other arm, whichever arm it is that's not active right now. And what you'll do with that arm is bring it out to the side, bend at the elbow again, and this time the back of the palm is coming down. We can start at the lower back, and then maybe we make our way up. I'm going to grab onto the back of my shirt here, see if this helps. Like this, and perhaps even the fingertips are touching. Maybe you're able even to grab onto the hands. That's definitely not going to be the case for everybody, so just do the best that you can. And you can stay seated in your chair. This way, I just wanted to give you a little side view. Why don't we take one more big breath in here together, breathing into the heart, filling up the belly, the ribs, the chest. And on our exhale, go ahead and release those arms down, shake them out. And we have another side. So inhale, draw the arms out. And exhale, we'll cross whichever arm on top of the other. So I'm not really giving any left or right today, just whatever's coming natural to you. So we're switching sides here. Giving ourselves this nice big hug, and either staying here, or you have the option to explore these eagle arms, crossing at the arms, bending at the elbows, and working so that the backs of the palms touch each other. They may not touch completely. And if that feels like too much for you today, just come back to your little hug. And breathe. together. Exhale. Go ahead and release, but remember whichever arm was on top here, because we're going to bring it on up towards the sky. Bend at the elbow, and then bring the palm of the hand to the back of the head, to the neck, or to the upper back. And we'll use the back of the head to press into this arm, stretching it out a little bit more. And we're not doing this in any forceful way. It's just that little bit of resistance that we're adding here. And with your opposite arm, we can bring it out to the side again, bend it, and this time the back of the hand is going to start on the lower back. Maybe it makes its way up, maybe we're grabbing onto our shirt, maybe on this side, our fingertips are close to touching. Not for me, not today, and there is nothing wrong if that's not happening for you. Wherever we are in this pose, we'll breathe nice and big. Hear your breath, hear my breath, breathe with me, breathe with each other. Even though we're not together, can we still encourage each other energetically with our breathing? Awesome, one more. And release, shaking it out. Nice. So if you have this pillow or any books or blankets under your feet, you can most certainly leave them there. We're going to scoot all the way back in our chair, and we're going to do some hip walking. So we will grab onto the side of the chair, the arms of the chair. We'll just grab on so that we feel comfortable and secure. And one by one, we're going to lift up each side of our hip and walk it forward. And we'll do this until we reach the edge of our chair. And then we'll reverse. This is really wonderful for our hip flexion, for so many of us who are sitting down now all day in home, spending so much more time indoors. And we'll reverse and back it up. Yeah, let's do one more round like this, coming forward. Notice your breath. Where has it gone? I hope it's still with you. Good. We'll find our way to the back of our seat, and we'll do the same thing, but this time with our feet. So you may need to help your legs here in lifting them up. So it could look something like this. You're assisting your leg, grabbing underneath the leg, and drawing the knee up towards the chest, and then stepping it forward. And then we'll move to the other leg. Same thing here. Drawing the knee up into the chest and stepping it forward. And you can do that with or without the assistance and guidance of your hands. You can try both. See whatever feels best for you. We'll walk our feet all the way out until the knees are almost straight. The heels are on the pillows. And then we'll do that moving backwards. Same thing here. 2 rounds like this. And forward. And back. if you do have a pillow or blanket or something underneath your feet, we'll go ahead now and take it out. We'll just put it to the side. And this is when we need those books that I asked you to grab. So we'll bring the books right in front of our feet here. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure. Hi, hello, Heather, and hello, Ian, if you're still with us. I don't know how to get rid of this, but anyways, I hope that you can see these books here. Okay, so we're going to bring one of our feet, it doesn't matter which one, onto these books, and if you need a little bit more, the height doesn't necessarily matter right now. All that matters is that we have this like little bit of space between the heel and the ground. So we're going to bring the ball mount, I'm having such difficulty speaking today, the ball mount of the foot and the toes onto these makeshift blocks, these books here. And we'll take a moment to spread out through the toes. Place those toes and the ball mount on your books here. And then we'll do some calf raises. So inhale, coming up all the way onto solely the ball mount of the foot. And then finding our way back down. And a few times like this. This is really wonderful for the muscles of our feet and our calf if we're having cramping here. And you can also do this near a step. If you have stairs in your house, you can do this just as well with a stair. Standing, bringing one foot up onto the stair above you. Good, and then we will switch feet. One foot on, one foot off. And again, spread out through the ball mound of the feet and those toes. Bring them onto that book, that block. And slowly start rising up and down. And noticing if there's any slight differences in the range of flexibility between each leg. Like for me on this side, I'm noticing it's definitely not as easy. There seems to be much more tightness and inflexibility. It's a very subtle difference, but I feel it. And sometimes you might have to put that other foot on there to help keep the block steady. And a few more like this. Back, we're going to switch the direction of these books so that they are the long way now. It would be the long way of a block, and you honestly might not even need these here. I do because my legs have a hard time touching the ground, but you might not need these books here anymore for this next movement. So we're going to come into our pigeon pose. So bringing one foot either onto the ground or onto those books. And the other leg is going to first start by just crossing at the ankle. And this might be totally enough for you today. Right here, right now, you'll begin to feel a stretch in the hip. But if you would like a little bit of a deeper stretch whenever you are ready, maybe you're not ready for it right now, but if you do feel ready, you can join me. Help that. I have my right leg on the ground, so I'll help my left foot up to my right knee. And I'm going to start by flexing that left foot. And then let's point it. And notice if the stretch changes at all with that flexion. You can make some circles with the ankle here. You can give yourself a little foot massage, whatever feels nice. Absolutely stay here and continue, but you are invited to bring we'll bring our hip flexion and our spine flexion into this pose. So we'll flex the foot and bring one hand onto the ankle, one on the knee, and we'll rise up nice and tall through the spine. And we'll find that flat back, so we're starting with this good posture. And with that flat back, we're going to, if we can, might even be just the tiniest bit, hinge forward in our chair. And so I don't even know if you could tell, but I moved probably like 5 degrees from this 90-degree angle. I moved maybe like a very slight 5 to 7 degrees forward. And that's totally okay wherever you are, wherever you aren't today. But if you are hinging forward, then once you do that with that flat back and finds the place that is your limit right now, then I will invite you to round down through the spine and let the head and neck be heavy. And now we're inviting that spinal flexion into the pose. But we always start with that flat back. We gain length in the spine, move forward, bring that length with us, and then we can really round down and relax into the pose. We're making sure that we're getting the most out of it. Another breath here. To come on out, you'll inhale, just lift the head up first. And then on the exhale, you will walk yourself up. Take a moment here. Breath in and out, and then we can, with our hands, help release that foot. Oh, and maybe take a nice stretch of the legs. Seems like this left leg is just a little bit longer. So we'll go ahead and work on the right. So again, either bringing that left foot down onto the books that you have, a block, or maybe you're just on the ground. And we start by just crossing at the ankles and acknowledging that each side might be totally different. So what you were able to just accomplish on one side, just be aware that where we're going now, it might be a totally different experience for you. So this might be where you stay, and that's all right. If you are ready for a little bit more, we can go ahead and invite that right ankle up on top of the left knee. And shift and move around if you need to get comfortable. And we can start circling that right ankle. massage. And if you'd like to, we can find stillness. Flex that right foot. Bring one hand onto the ankle. The other meets the knee. We rise up from our sit bones. Find length. Keep that flat back. Hinge forward to whatever degree you can. And then when you found that spot that feels just about right for this moment here, then I'll invite you to round the back. Let the head and neck get heavy. And use this right leg here as support. So maybe you need to lean down onto that leg. Use your body as support. And let the head and neck go. Whew. On the next inhale, we'll very gently, with care, lift the head. And on the exhale, we will walk ourselves back up, taking a moment here to just be, breathe, to integrate. We will, with our hands, help to release that leg. Maybe straighten and lengthen it out. Bring the other leg to meet it. See how they feel. And then bring both of the feet back down to the ground. And we'll move into a boat pose, but in our chair. So if you'd like to, you can come onto the edge of your chair to do this variation. And we'll start with one leg, so either grabbing onto the side of your seat, I would recommend starting like that, and then if you'd like and you feel comfortable, you can move the hands up onto the hips, but start by grabbing down in the chair, feeling both of your feet grounding down into the earth below you, and then we'll start by picking up this right leg, lengthening it out. We have a flex in the foot. And if you can, lean back a little bit in your seat. Notice how that engages your core, how much more that engages your thigh. So either staying here with the hands on the seat, the hands can move to the hips, or we can inhale, sweep the arms up. Wherever we are, we'll take a big breath in together. And out. Go ahead and reach that leg down. And we'll switch sides. First feel that connection between the right foot and the ground. And then when you're ready, inhaling that left leg up, a strong flex of the foot. And maybe the hands stay on the chair here. You can come to the hip, or inhale the arms up to rise. See if we can lean back a little bit in our chair. Notice how that intensifies, how much more we have to engage the core and the leg. And together we'll take one more inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale. And go ahead and release. Very nice. And we are nearing the end of our class. We have about 10 more minutes here, so I will move us into some restorative poses. Man, that went by really fast for me. I don't know about you. But go ahead, we'll move into a supported forward fold. So grab onto a pillow, a blanket, a bolster if you have one. And you can do this seated on the edge of your chair. You can move back so that you feel supported by the back of the chair. Whatever feels right for you. I'm going to meet somewhere in the middle actually so that my feet have they have some connection to the earth, to the ground. So bring this pillow onto our lap and we'll let the hands rest on the pillow, the forearms. We'll use that inhale to sit up nice and tall in our seats. Find that really beautiful posture, like we're standing nice and tall with integrity and pride. We'll take a big breath in here. And then we can begin to fold forward onto our pillows. And we have so many options here. So we can come onto the elbows. Bring the hands into a prayer position. And then we can open the hands up like a book and see how it feels to rest our forehead in our hands. So we're supported like that. You can start like this, and little by little, maybe you are gaining more room and creating more space so that you can just completely fold over that pillow or bolster, whatever you have. Let the arms dangle. Wherever we are, in whatever variation, there is no right or wrong. Whatever feels best for you and your body, you know yourself best, so you may be doing something different than what I'm doing, and know that that's more than okay. But wherever we are together, we're going to breathe into the back body, filling up the back of the ribs, the back of the heart, feeling how we can expand these areas with our breath. There's absolutely no rush. But whenever you feel ready to release out of this pose, you'll use an inhale to lift and lengthen. And an exhale, walk yourself back up and take a moment here to let the blood rush back. Good time for some full body breath. Feel ready. We are going to move into Shavasana together. So we have a few options here. You can make yourself comfortable in the chair with whatever props, blankets, bolsters, pillows, whatever you have. Another really nice way to end this class is by coming down onto the ground and lying with our backs down on the ground, and then letting the backs of our calves rest up on the chair. So maybe placing a blanket on the chair. And we can lie down and then see if it's comfortable for the backs of the legs to rest up on the seat of the chair. And if that is not comfortable and you're already on the ground, you can make your way into whatever Shavasana feels supported and right. So whether we are in a chair or on the ground, we'll begin to let the body settle. Let our skeletons be heavy. Feel the bones sinking down. Moving into our more natural breath. For these next few moments together, you have nowhere to go. There is nothing to do. You are simply here to relax. Staying here for as long as you like. Being mindful of the time, I will begin to end our class together, but that does not mean that you need to get up and go on with your day if you are not ready to yet. However, I will begin to invite gentle movement back into the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Rock the head from side to side. Inhale the arms up over the head, lengthen out through the legs. Draw the knees into the chest, in the chair or on the ground. Giving yourself a nice big hug. Saying something kind and compassionate to yourself here. And if you're on the ground, slowly, slowly, slowly find your way up. So gently we will rub the palms of the hands together to create heat and warmth. Feel all of that energy within us. And then rest the hands on the heart. We'll take a nice full breath in together. Bow our chin to our chest, honoring ourselves, honoring our bodies and the movements that they've made today. Thanking each other for, although we may be practicing in solitude, for practicing together. And may these practices continue to benefit our lives and the lives of those around us. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Sarah will be teaching chair yoga next week, and we will be on a little rotation. So be on the lookout for Toivo's July calendar. That will be coming out soon with all of our offerings. Get in touch if you're looking for something, if you want a specific offering. Yeah, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day and stays cool. We'll see you next time.